The Coins Alert is where everything in this video comes from. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my station to get more XRP news and news about cryptocurrencies in general. Look at this now. The SEC could appeal the Ripple court's decision. Before we go any further, there is a new crypto airdrop going on Telegram right now. It will soon be over. Make sure that you take part in this airdrop. Just below the movie, there is a link. Do not miss this. Let's watch more of our movie. Mark Fagel, who used to work for the Securities and Exchange Commission, has lots of ideas about what the latest court decision on the secondary sales of XRP in the Ripple case means. Fagel has said that the SEC might look into the possibility of appealing the ruling. This talk is in reaction to a decision that set a new standard and made it very clear that initial sales of XRP do not meet the requirements for securities. It sounds like Fagel's comments suggest that the SEC might change how it handles deals on the secondary market. Will the SEC be going after secondary sales of XRP? Specifically, according to Fagel, the SEC could file an appeal about secondary sales of XRP, which was not specifically addressed in the most recent court order. This is an option that was emphasized. He was told that the Securities and Exchange Commission could still take action against secondary sales in the future, even if the original transactions turned out not to be securities. If another company offers XRP as a security for sale, they can still file a lawsuit even though Ripple made a choice. At this point, the Securities and Exchange Commission will keep looking into whether XRP is a security or not. In what ways might the law get in the way of the industry? Bill Morgan, a lawyer, is worried about the SEC's move to label Bitnomial's XRP contracts as securities. His complaints were mostly about the strange things that were going on with the SEC's rules, especially with how Ethereum was treated. The following was something Morgan noticed. I can't stand regulation that is so arbitrary. I don't think it's a surprise that Bitcoin and Ethereum are getting a lot of attention in the cryptocurrency world. Statements like these show that the cryptocurrency business is getting more and more worried about how the SEC regulates the market. The lawyers for Ripple are smartly going after a cross-appeal to deal with the SEC's more general claims about XRP sales. They also say that the Commodity Futures Trading Commission thought that FDES, not the Securities and Exchange Commission, should be in charge of controlling XRP. This shows how important these talks will be for deciding how XRP is classified legally in the future. There is a chance of making a case to the SEC about private XRP sales. XRP security status is still being looked at by the regulatory bodies. A big worry is that the SEC's enforcement actions aren't always constant. One of Ripple's plans is to rethink how the government should oversee XRP. People have been talking about the chance that the SEC will file an appeal in the Ripple case. This shows how uncertain the cryptocurrency markets are right now. To handle the complexity of crypto asset categories better, laws that explain more about the steps the SEC took are eagerly awaited by those who have an interest in the case. Johnny Datton, who supports people who own XRP tokens, has voiced major worries. He fought for the 75,000 people who owned XRP with $75,000 of his own money. During the court proceedings, Datton brought to light more bad behavior on the part of the SEC. For a long time, Datton has held the view that XRP is not a security. A federal judge recently agreed with this view. This decision not only hurts the SEC's reputation, but it also makes people question the SEC's choice of stance. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has been keeping an eye on XRP and thinks it is a security no matter what the court decides. The SEC's trustworthiness is called into question because of this whole. Even worse, Denton found out that the Securities and Exchange Commission and the office of Senator Elizabeth Warren were working together. Emails between the Warren campaign and Gary Gensler, the head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, were found after a Freedom of Information Act request. These emails were sent before a Senate meeting. Because of this, the morality of the connection between government agencies and political groups is called into question. It was said that Warren's staff asked Gensler questions, such as what he thought about how Bitcoin would affect financial equality, which was written in emails. Bitnomial Exchange LLC has started a lawsuit against the SEC. In order to stop the Securities and Exchange Commission from taking over its contracts for XRP futures, the company wants to file the case. With its statement, Bitnomial says it thinks that the CFD is the only entity with the power to control these contracts. Because of this, the Securities and Exchange Commission's claim of authority is an unnecessary overreach. Bitnomial is about to start the first physically deliverable XRP futures, which makes this topic even more important right now. The CFT self-certified these futures on August 9, 2024. A Chicago-based derivatives market called Bitnomial has teamed up with Garlinghouse, who is the CEO of Ripple. In its lawsuit against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Commission for what Bearable sees as an excessive level of regulatory intervention in order to stop what it sees as the Securities and Exchange Commission seat adding to the regulatory burden. Bearable, a company that sells XRP futures contracts, is busy trying to get a ruling from an Illinois federal court. There has been a long-running dispute between Ripple, the company that makes the XRP coin, and the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC says that XRP should be considered a security. A recent court decision said that XRP does not meet the requirements for securities, which made the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC very unhappy. Even though this legal guidance has been given, the agency is still trying to take control of XRP and other digital assets. Local community to voice concerns about the agency's possible regulation overreach. Garlinghouse, who has been a vocal critic of the Securities and Exchange Commission, quickly backed Bearable's lawsuit. When Garlinghouse went on X, he said bad things about the Securities and Exchange Commission, calling it an outlaw agency that is not following the law. On top of that, he brought up the fact that the agency is not following the court's ruling that XRP is not a security. In his speech, Garlinghouse stressed how important it is to hold the Securities and Exchange Commission responsible for what it does. He said that the Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC policy against crypto has hit a new low, even though the courts have made the law clear. The chief executive officer of Ripple also said that his company would be closely watching how the Bearable OVVS CC case develops and looking into possible legal options to fight what he sees as the agency's overzealous actions. Because Ripple is still in court with the Securities and Exchange Commission, Garlinghouse's comments have been made public. Even though Ripple won a big legal battle, Levi still refused to pay the $125 fine that the court had given them for selling XRP to institutional buyers in the past. After an American judge said that XRP is not a security when it is sold on secondary markets, the information given is not meant to be taken as trade advice. Any purchases made based on the information on this page are not the responsibility of the people who made them.